on Saturday, and that put Wes some more minutes at that point guard position. And really when they're in, they're both ball handling guards, as opposed to Wes being at the 2 and doing things that you would do for a guy like Bohannon or a guy that really shoots the basketball. And with that, we're still working to find ways and find the right things to do with our offense to use Wes most effectively and use Dion most effectively, use Nate Buss most effectively, and I think that's something that we'll continue to learn about our team and continue to grow is how we best use those guys. And from an offensive standpoint, I think it's really early for our basketball team this year, and maybe feels like we haven't come quite as far as I would like to at times from an offensive standpoint, simply because the guys are learning each other still. From a coaching staff standpoint, we're still learning a little bit about what's going to be best, and there's some things we'll continue to add, and we'll continue moving guys around. The thing that I do like is, even while we're trying to figure out some of these things, we've had the ability to be in position to win games. We've had long stretches against good teams where we've outplayed them. So we're moving the right way. And we'd like to get there, obviously, as fast as possible, but moving the right way.
Maybe a bit of follow-up to that. Nate Buss played really well, and that limited Chip Rank's minutes on Saturday.
Right.
Do you see a combination where you'd have Buss and Rank and Tuttle on the floor together, or is that not a combination that's possible?
Yeah, not one that I've thought much about. I thought a little bit about it yesterday, Gary, but not one that, until recently would have been one that would have put much thought into that. Excuse me, that obviously changes a little bit from a defensive standpoint. It moves either Nate or Chip down to guard one of those perimeter players. But it also puts a guy in Chip Rank. If Nate's on the floor with Seth, Chip's the guy that shoots the basketball for us. He's a guy that can really make three-point shots, and then you've got some more space on the floor to play. So I don't feel like that's something that we'll see tomorrow night, or we may not see it at all. But if there's some times in the game that call for it, or as we go forward from a practice standpoint, Barry, if Nate continues, which I believe he will, continues to play very well and at a high level, to put another shooter on the floor so there's some more space for Dion or Wes. Something I've given, again, minimal thought to, but not completely out of the question.
Would you consider the first half against Iowa State probably one of your best halves of defense of the year so far?
Yeah, the guys did a great job with our preparation. For 2 days we practiced exactly how we wanted to guard them, and how we wanted to guard the block, and how we wanted to work against their two shooters, and how we wanted to guard, edge them out in space. And the guys went out and executed almost perfectly at the defensive end of the floor. And it doesn't always happen that way, and that's where I give our guys a lot of credit for going in there against a team that was on a roll and continues to be, and playing that kind of defensive half, against Iowa State. And coming out of it, the only thing I'm disappointed about, there's plenty of things that we've got a lot of work to do and a lot of things to correct still. Disappointed our guys weren't able to feel victory on Saturday and use that to continue to gain momentum, and I think in some ways we will. We got guys that are gaining confidence and understand that we have to be able to create our own momentum if we don't get a victory. But that was the only thing I was disappointed in, that the guys didn't get to feel a win on Saturday.